All right, so my name's Travis Dennie. I own Infinity Tech Services. Infinity Tech Services is an MSP first and break fix company second. And we provide services for the Southeastern Ohio market, mainly a county called Gallia, G-A-L-L-I-A, so Gallia County and adjacent counties, but we're kind of in the southeastern area. So we provide MSP services, antivirus patching, remote support, monitoring with OIT voice over IP. Just kind of a plethora of services so that way my customers don't have to go and seek these things out. I started in IT over 20 years ago, and it's been something that I've kind of just stayed in. I am very trusted in my community and with my clients, and I think that's a big part of my success is I am actually a one-man band. So it's hard sometimes, very, very hard to juggle everything, but I do, kind of truck through everything and get through my day and handle customers on a one-by-one basis. And I think that might also be something that has helped my success as well is anytime anyone contacts me or my company, they know that it's me that they're going to be dealing with, which, the customers really like. I actually live in a really small area. Not sure population count, but I don't think we're even considered a town anymore. I think it might be a village. So there isn't really a competitor MSP per se. And I kind of introduced it to this area, just knowing that, along with IT comes some additional services, whether that's software or monitoring or patching or whatever it is. But I knew that was something that kind of like as excuse me, a baseline install on like a PC, I knew that would kind of help dampen some of the calls and some of the problems that users would have. So I left my corporate job in 2017, and I started as an MSP, Infinity Tech Services, and it has just grown since then. I'm onboarding customers all the time. It's something that the customers really like because they have everything handled. And just like my slogan says, have your own IT department. I'm essentially an IT department for a lot of different business owners. And it's at a fraction of a cost of what a traditional employee would be. I've pretty much been in IT my entire life. And part of that was, I guess, some of the path or the way that had been pioneered in the early days. And then I started a computer repair store in 2006. Went to 2011, I sold that and went to work for a local financial institution in their IT department for 6 years. And then I kind of missed self-employment. So in 2017, I quit my corporate job and went into business as myself, Infinity Tech Services. And that's whenever I started to have customers that were kind of asking questions about voice over IP. So it was like, okay, if I am looking for a voice over IP solution, I don't have the resources to be my own voice over IP provider, my own phone company. So I started looking at companies that I could actually resell through. And Ray came up, OIT came up, as a potential, and I contacted Ray, and he gave me all the details on his voice over IP service. And I usually will try something in the beginning, and if it works, I keep pushing it out, and I keep really pushing for it. So OITVOIP has been rock solid for me since day one, and I tell my customers that. I mean, unless it's button programming or something easy, I really don't hear from my phone customers. Or like if they want another extension or they want me to pull a phone out of the box and set it up for them, I don't really hear from my phone customers, and that's a good thing because they're busy doing what they're doing, and they're able to do that without hiccups. And it kind of just works out for everybody. So VoIP is actually just kind of it's almost like I have another business that develops websites and does web hosting and stuff. And so just because I build a website and your website might be yourdomain.com, well, email goes hand in hand with yourdomain.com. So just by association, I have to deal with email just because I want to deal with the website. So by association of doing IT services and then realizing that there's this gap of people needing phone service, and then not only that, either or both gaining additional services with their phone system that they currently have, gaining additional features with voice over IP through OIT, or saving money, or both. It just kind of works out. So, I mean, kind of the way I work it in is I am extremely low pressure, and I think that's another reason why people trust me, is because I'm usually looking for a cost-effective solution for my customers. We're in a small community. People aren't used to paying a whole lot of money for things. So I try to find the best solution that I have tried myself and that doesn't cost an arm or a leg. And OITVOIP fits that bill. You know, and I've had people change into you guys left and right. I'll mention it. You know, I'll mention the success I've had with other customers, and you know, it just has grown from there. So generally, I'll say to the customer, I'll say, you know, this is the only time you're going to hear this from me, and it's only because a lot of people don't know that I sell it. But if you're interested in phone service, I have it. It's X amount per month. And you know, I can go over the features if you're interested, but I am extremely low pressure with my customers, so that way they don't feel like I'm a salesman, and they're like, you know, Travis is here. They go to another room or something. But you know, I'm very down to earth with my customers, and I think that's really worked out for me. And in terms of voice over IP, you know, I just do a really light sales approach with just mentioning that I provide it, and that it is proven and working. And of course, I wouldn't continue selling it if it didn't. And it's there if they need it, kind of thing. I just did that earlier today, even. No, I don't think so. So I do have customers that call me directly instead of dialing 611 from their phones to reach support, and that's fine. Sometimes it's a quicker resolution. Sometimes it's something so small that it would, you know, it's easy for me to get in and get out, and my customer, I guess mutual customer, the OIT and my customer, be taken care of, and then them go on with their day and not have to worry about getting ticket emails and stuff like that. So sometimes they contact me, sometimes they'll contact you guys. Generally, it's an underlying issue, internet, router, wiring, user related. You know, sometimes it's a combination of all of those. So as far as supporting it, it hasn't been really bad at all. It hasn't been an uphill battle. It's been pretty easy. I mean, you guys, of course, get hundreds of calls a day and pretty much know the fix for anything that I would throw at you. The two most important things that I can give advice-wise to other MSPs wanting to sell VoIP: one, do it. Don't pass it up. You know, there's, you know, think of how many businesses there are in your area. They all have phone service. So, you know, somebody might be looking to, for instance, something that's been really strong during COVID-19. Maybe somebody's looking to work from home. So they're wanting to work from home, but they have a plain old PBX system at their business. Well, they can't take their phone home with them. You know, it has to be connected to that PBX. So it's one of those situations where, you know, maybe it's feature set, maybe it's price, maybe it's whatever it is. All kinds of businesses, almost every business has a phone number and a phone system. So the market is huge. Number two most important thing, OIT and their implementation of voice over IP and commission, and just having, I guess, grown to get to know the employees that work there and build those relationships as well. I think OIT has actually been a really solid offering for my customers and for me as well, because sometimes something's over my head and I need support, and you guys are always able to provide that. So as far as advice for other MSPs, one, sell it, don't pass it up. Number two, absolutely sell it through OIT. I mean, there's a plethora of other companies you can sell through, but they're not going to give you the support and the one-on-one attention that you need whenever there's an issue with an install or maybe a question or something that you would have about an install. So OIT has really been rock solid for me.